Welcome to Simulation Sunday. This is Storage Hunter Simulator. I've already created my character and now I'm on my way to my very first auction. An auction that I won. But in hindsight, I may have gotten a little too eager to win my first attempt. I spent $407 of my initial $750, a mistake that will have a ripple effect across pretty much my whole first in-game week. Check out these sick force powers though. How do I know I spent too much? Well, I didn't break even when selling my weirdly stacked pile of junk. But I wasn't worried just yet. I mean, it was only the first day. There was plenty of time to turn things around and still get stupid rich. So I continued to explore the game's systems and discovered collectors. This seemed like it would be a great way to make a big chunk of money back. Unfortunately, I didn't actually read the tutorial on collectors. You see, they don't pay big bucks for an item that they really want. You just hand them over the item for free. It's bullshit. So I decided to head back home empty-handed, sad, and still broke as fuck. Only problem was, I forgot where I lived and wasted some of my precious gas. So first stop on my second day was the gas station. And side note, when I was younger, I always wanted the GTA games to have some type of gas requirement. I think one of the Mafia games had it.
Looking good. Full tank, please. Sure thing.
Don't worry, I don't want that feature anymore. But next to the gas station was a car dealership. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough renown in that area to get one. Not to mention, I was still way too broke to even afford breathing. So I decided to ignore my yearning for a faster vehicle and just focus on getting my next upgrade. Finally, a profit. But no matter how many auctions I attended, no matter how many items I sold, I was still broke as fuck. I couldn't crack $1,000 to save my life. Never before had I played a simulator where it felt like I was trying to sail against the wind, and the whole thing had me ready to just throw in the towel. But then, suddenly, I found him. The buff black man that would turn my luck around. I had no idea there were valuable items out in the open, especially this valuable. And finding this dude instantly made me question what else was out there. But I had no time to worry about that now. I had to get this cutout sold. So I rushed to my shop, watched some customers weirdly teleport in, and got myself hyped for the sale to happen. And that brings us neatly to the end of week 1. And if you're still here, go ahead and hit that like button for me. And while you're there, subscribe and become one of the exclusive members of the I Was Here Before DeVante Hit 1,000 Subs Club. So what I failed to realize is that there's a cooldown on the items before they can be sold. And the more expensive the item, like this buff man, the longer the cooldown. But I needed money ASAP. So I quickly drove that cutout across town so I could get cash on delivery. Time for another tool upgrade. More money, a new upgrade. I was clearly on the path to Easy Street, right? Well, not quite. The items I was selling were now normal quality, and I was making a little more money. However, it wasn't long before my wallet started to hurt again. There had to be another special item out there waiting to save me again. And there was. I heard it whispering to me from the grave. This time it was no mere man, but a demonic book. Over 6K, we are so back, baby. This was more money than I'd made thus far, and my first thought was buying some new clothes to reflect my new status as a wealthy man. But to my surprise, all the outfits were like 2K, so scared to waste money and end up broke again, I put off the new threads and just kept my goal of upgrading. But not just upgrading my tools, I also wanted to improve my shop, giving it specializations so that I can successfully sell things above market value and reduce the cooldown of those sales. But still, even after multiple tool upgrades and shop upgrades, I didn't feel like I was getting anywhere. Buy, sell, struggle, find a special item, come back to life, rinse and repeat. Quickly, Storage Hunter Simulator just started to become a chore. So I'm done, ready to retire from my life of storage hunting. But here are a few things that can bring me back. 1. I wish the game had an easier way of managing inventory. The way you move items from your truck to the warehouse is how I'd love the game to treat all of the item interactions, unless you're decorating your house. Using the force awkwardly to stack items on the back of the truck got old and annoying really fast. And speaking of speed, fast travel would be clutch. Buying a house didn't seem nearly as important once I realized there was no teleporting to them. Next, things just feel too expensive. Before retiring, I watched a couple tip videos just to see if I was missing something. All of those videos were about a year old and recorded during the game's early access period. And from that gameplay, I could see that purchases like the Blueberry House cost $5,000 in early access instead of the $10,000 that it now costs after 1.0. Were players complaining things were too easy? Small nitpicks, but they're all things that kinda dull the fun for me. Got any simulator games you'd love to see me spend time in? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for a new Simulation Sunday every other Sunday. See you then.